I followed my husband's GPS tracker to an address that didn't exist, and what I found there destroyed everything I thought I knew about my marriage. The little blue dot on my phone screen had been sitting at 1247 Maple Grove Lane for 3 hours. 3 hours that David told me he was at the gym. 3 hours while I sat at home, making his favorite dinner, believing every lie that came out of his mouth. David and I had been married for 8 years. High school sweethearts turned college lovers turned that couple everyone envied. He was the guy who brought me coffee in bed every morning, who remembered every anniversary, who still held my hand during movies. When he started his fitness journey 6 months ago, I was nothing but supportive. New gym membership, protein shakes, that expensive fitness tracker he just had to have. It's motivational, he'd said, showing me all the features. Tracks everything, steps, heart rate, location. Want to see? I should have paid more attention to that last part. The late nights started gradually. Sorry babe, got caught up at the gym. You know how it is. Then came the shower immediately when he walked through the door. The phone face down on every surface. The way he'd tense up when I got too close while he was texting. But I trusted him. God, I was such an idiot. The breaking point came on a Tuesday. David kissed me goodbye, gym bag over his shoulder, promising to be home by 8 for our weekly date night. By 9:30, I was calling him. Straight to voicemail. By 10, I remembered the family tracker app we'd set up for safety. That's when I saw it. 1247 Maple Grove Lane. I grabbed my keys and drove across town, my heart hammering against my ribs. The GPS led me through a maze of suburban streets to a dead end. But there was number 1247. The numbers jumped from 1245 to 1249. Just an empty lot between two houses, overgrown with weeds and scattered with old construction materials. I sat in my car, staring at my phone. The blue dot insisted David was right there, in that patch of nothing. I called him again. Voicemail. That's when I saw her. A woman jogged out from behind 1249, checking her own fitness tracker. Blonde ponytail, expensive workout clothes, the kind of effortless beauty that made my stomach drop. She looked around nervously, then disappeared back behind the house. I waited. 20 minutes later, David's Tesla pulled up. My husband, my faithful, loving husband, got out and walked straight to where the woman had vanished. He didn't come back for an hour. I drove home in a haze of rage and disbelief. David walked in at midnight, gym bag still over his shoulder, that same innocent smile on his lying face. Sorry honey, lost track of time. You know how intense those workouts get. I wanted to scream. I wanted to throw something. Instead, I smiled and asked how his workout went. Great, he said, not meeting my eyes. Really pushed myself tonight. The next 3 days were torture. I played the perfect wife while planning my next move. I started paying attention to patterns. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, always the same story, always the same mysterious location that didn't exist. Then I had an idea. I created a fake Instagram account and started following fitness hashtags in our area. It took me 2 days to find her, Jessica Morrison, personal trainer, with a very familiar blonde ponytail. Her bio listed her address, 1249 Maple Grove Lane. David wasn't just cheating. He was hiding in her backyard like a teenager, turning off his GPS to show the empty lot instead of her house. Clever, but not clever enough. I spent a week gathering evidence. Screenshots of his tracker. Photos of Jessica's house. Times, dates, patterns. I even drove by one evening and saw them together through her back window, his hands in her hair, her lips on his neck. 8 years of marriage, and this is what I got. But I wasn't going to just confront him. I was going to destroy him the same way he'd destroyed me. The opportunity came when David mentioned his big presentation at work, the one in front of the entire executive team, including the CEO who was notorious for his old-school family values. The same CEO who'd made David a supervisor partly because he was a stable family man. I waited until Thursday, David's usual Jessica night. At exactly 7 p.m., I posted on the company's internal Facebook group, the one David had admin access to, the one he'd forgotten I was part of. "Hi everyone. Dave Morrison asked me to post this since he's busy. Some of you have been asking about his amazing fitness transformation. He wanted to share his workout location with anyone interested, 1249, Maple Grove Lane, usually Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday evenings. He says, Jessica, there is an amazing personal trainer. So inspiring to see a married man so dedicated to his fitness. #workout buddy, #marriage goals, #dedication. I attached a screenshot of his tracker location and a photo of Jessica's house. Within an hour, the comments started rolling in. Confusion first, then understanding, then corporate gossip at light speed. David's phone started buzzing like crazy while he was at Jessica's. I watched through the app as the blue dot started moving frantically. He burst through our door at 9:15, face red, hands shaking. "What did you do?" I looked up from my book, eyebrows raised innocently. "What do you mean, honey? How was your workout?" "The Facebook post, everyone's seen it, my boss called me, Sarah, what the hell did you do?" "I promoted your fitness journey." "Isn't that what a supportive wife does?" His career imploded within a week. The CEO called him in personally, told him they couldn't have someone of questionable character in leadership. Demoted him to entry level. His colleagues whispered and stared. Jessica blocked him on everything when she realized his wife had made their affair public knowledge. David begged, pleaded, promised it meant nothing. But I was done being the trusting wife who believed in fairy tales. The divorce was swift. I got the house, half his retirement, and spousal support. He moved into a studio apartment across town. Jessica moved to another state. Last week, I ran into his former boss at the grocery store. He mentioned how disappointed they'd all been, not just about the affair, but about David's dishonesty with the company tracking system. Apparently, falsifying location data violated several policies they hadn't even thought to mention before. Turns out, David's clever little GPS trick didn't just fool me. It fooled his employer's fitness incentive program too. They'd been paying him bonuses for gym visits that never happened. They're considering criminal charges. I smile every morning when I make coffee for one. I've started working out too, at a real gym, where honest people go to better themselves. Sometimes I catch my reflection in the mirror and think about the woman who trusted blindly, who made excuses, who believed love was enough. That woman is gone. This one knows better. Have you experienced something like this? Tell me in the comments.